Hey everyone, it is Crypto Site and welcome to the channel. I'm so very happy everyone's here. And yeah, today I just wanted to talk about with you guys that crypto crash that happened on the 7th of September yesterday, 2021. And I wanted to give it a day, kind of see how things were shaking out after this big old wick. I mean, no one ever likes to see this. This is not fun. But hey, we go back in the past. We've seen these big wicks before. So I mean, nothing new, nothing to panic about. Doesn't mean we're going to zero. But what does it mean? Are we going up? Are we going down? Are we going sideways? What do we expect? And that's why I'm doing this video the day after, because I wanted to kind of see where we were going day after. Or there was a bigger pullback coming? Where were we going to kind of settle out at? And I have like some insight later at the video, kind of thinking on where we're going to bounce from. Are we going to go up or down? So stay tuned. Kind of do this as a team. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And yeah, we'll kind of go from there. But the biggest thing is this article from Forbes showing $400 billion in market value gone yesterday. Almost $500 billion. That's a big. This wick makes sense when you think about that. And so it's something that it happens, as we saw in the past when we're looking through past wicks. But it's like, where do we go from here? And some of the things that kind of could cause this is a lot of it has to do with leverage trading. It's when I talk with my family, my friends, I bet, please don't do leverage traders. Don't become that. Don't do this futures. I mean, it's okay short term, I guess, if you're confident. I mean, there's just so much risk that takes place when I mean, to be honest, this is a little bit of manipulation that you tend to see here. I mean, and this could happen at any moment. This one, I mean, it happened within hours. And why you get these huge wicks is because all these leverage traders, okay, this person gets leveraged out, this gets liquidated. Then you go all the way down, and people just keep becoming more and more liquidated, and we get these huge wicks. People out millions and millions of dollars. I read an article, and it was saying one person was out like 43 million, which was crazy. One guy, I think, 43 million, one person, which is literally insane. But yeah, that's a lot of that's what happens is people are over leveraged, they get liquidated, and then 3.5 billion in liquidations, and then you get these huge crashes. People are out of money. It's sad. It brings the morale of the whole crypto space down. And some of the things that caused this crash as well is like it was a big day. It was supposed to be a big day yesterday. El Salvador becomes the first country in the world to make the cryptocurrency Bitcoin legal tender. That is huge. I mean, that's going to be in history book. Our kids are going to be reading about that in history class, or online, whatever they're doing in school then. Yeah, I mean, this is a big day. And I mean, look at this guy. And this is really cool. And so it's supposed to be a big day. But the key to this is, we have these world banks, and, they're in control of, pretty much all the money. And so when you have something like Bitcoin that they can't control, they can never shut off Bitcoin. That is what is so scary. And you get some of this manipulation where you get these huge crashes to scare people out, to shake people out. But what they don't know is the more you have these wicks, the more people like you and I become accustomed to holding through this. And we don't get scared. We get more solid holders, and then we get more buyers, and it goes up and up and up. And that's what I expect for the future. And you know what else scares them? I thought this was so cool. I saw it was, I think, on Twitter. I saw it. But basically, yeah, you could actually buy things in El Salvador with Bitcoin. I think a guy went to McDonald's, got a Big Mac, I don't know, and he literally bought it with Bitcoin. Didn't go through a bank, didn't use fiat money. He used Bitcoin. And it is just such a cool thing, and that is just one step. We are so early. And yeah, I mean, this is one where I get really excited. We have this big crash, but the fundamentals have not changed. They have only grown. We have a full country going to Bitcoin. It's just really cool stuff, and I am excited for the future ahead. And so, speaking of what's going on ahead, well, where are we going from this? This crash, this pullback, this dip, whatever you want to call it. I have these lines drawn out for us. Okay, the dark bluish, or whatever color you want to call that. That's our 20-day moving average. The light blue is our 50-day. As you see, we look through the 20-day, and we drop below. We dropped below, but we have a little wick below this 50-day, but we're still bouncing off this 50-day. And so when we kind of scroll back, what I'm kind of thinking is going to happen. And so if we scroll back to this big dip back here, we lose it. We lose that 20-day. We go below it, and we're kind of bouncing off resistance. We get above, then we fail to hold it, bounce, then we get above it. And then look, we're using it support, support, support. So we did drop it. So that is a little bit concerning, but we did hold the 50-day, which is really great. We held the 50-day. And, when we have these crashes in the past, we could get a very similar thing looking like we lose the 20-day, right? Kind of like we lost today, but boom, we hit this 50-day and we rally. We go above the 20-day, we go up and up, and we keep bouncing off that 50-day. So the big target we're going to look at now is this 50-day. Are we going to hold it? Is it going to go below the 50-day? If it goes below the 50-day, then, we have a little bit of concern. We might pull back a little bit further. But what I see happening is here, I see us bouncing in between here a little bit. I see us maybe coming down to like really test this, maybe 43, for low 44, and just see where we're heading. Today right now the Bitcoin price is 46, and I could see us coming back a little bit, hitting that line, testing it, and going up from there. I do feel like with some of the other YouTubers were saying 300,000 end of the year. I don't see that happening. I do feel like I like try to be realistic, plan ahead, and come up with some good game plans where we could all get really, really, really wealthy, but not get too wealthy where we become overconfident and we start doing silly things like saying Bitcoin is going up $260,000 in the matter of 2 months. And so I do feel like we're going to bounce in between these levels, and I feel like we're going to go up. September usually is. I mean, if you look throughout crypto history, it's usually a red month. And so we might go sideways, we might come down a little bit. Like I said, test this 50-day moving average and kind of see where we go. But I do expect us to kind of be within here, and then once we pass this 20-day, we're going to go past it. We're going to have to come back down, test the support, and then we're off. And so, yeah, I'm really, really excited, guys. I feel like this is a little dip, a little crash, but hey, I think we're going to eat these crashes up. I do not see us going below this 50-day moving average. I feel like we're going to hold it, maybe bounce around it, but I do feel like we're not going to go too, crazy, and we're going to go up. We're going to go up from here. And so thank you guys, for tuning in. I appreciate you. Spend the time with me. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Peace.